Welcome back, Awaken Intuitives. Welcome to any new Awaken Intuitives. Natalie here. We are back to do a reading on Bigfoot / Sasquatch. I am so excited to do this. I thought about doing this a while back, and then a subscriber brought it up to me, brought it to my attention, asked for me to cover this. Thank you, Chelsea Monroe, so very much for bringing this to my attention, and I'm just super excited. I just have to shout you out. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull some general energy messages. We're going to do that, and then I'm going to read some information about Bigfoot Sasquatch. And if you want to skip, that is okay. The timestamps will be in the comments below and the description below. If you are interested in skipping, I do have some 1111 hertz connect to universe music playing in the background. I do not own the rights to. All this information is for entertainment purposes only. Truth is always stranger than fiction. Let me glow, let you glow. Use your discernment and unconditional love and light. Okay, so let's begin with the general energy messages. We're going to use the Angel Wisdom cards first. And I did a cleansing, singing bowl. I did my short prayer, meditation. And so let's begin. Divine Source, Creator, Ancestors, and Protectors of the Love and Light only. Oh, we have joy. Joy springs from a sense of connection to the divine and is a quality which illuminates you. Your angel guidance is to cultivate this quality by seeking the divine in every situation. Look beyond the surface and seek the light in the heart of each person. Okay, then you'll become aware of the wonder of creation, and joy will ignite your life. Delight in everything, for joy is a key to enlightenment. Enjoy life. Affirmation: I find joy in everything. I wonder if Bigfoot Sasquatch has this key to some kind of enlightenment. Maybe that will be our first question. I'm just gonna write it down real fast. Key to enlightenment. Okay, now let's set this back here, and then we're going to pull an Awaken a Dreamer message. All right, hope you're all doing well. If you guys want me to cover any topics, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Okay, Divine Source, Creator, Ancestors, Protectors of the Love and Light only. Can you give us any general messages about Bigfoot Sasquatch before we do this reading and ask questions? Thank you so much. 1 or 2 messages, please, from the Awakened Dreamer. All these decks will be listed in the description below in the order of the video, but I should remember to tell you. Okay, it says take yourself lightly. They're kind of light on foot. Like it said that they're light on foot. They are fast, but they're heavy. Okay, your playful spirit is bursting at the seams, ready to laugh, create, and explore. If you give your childlike essence permission, what delightful shenanigans might ensue. Angels fly because they take themselves lightly, so get tickled by the divine comedy of life. Okay, what I got from that one is that they're somewhat light-footed in a way. Interesting. So let's get one more. Divine Source, Creator, Ancestors, Protectors of Love and Light only from the Shaman Wisdom cards. Can you give us any other general messages before we begin this reading on Bigfoot Sasquatch? Any clues? Anything that may help us understand? Okay, we have 2 messages. All right. Didn't expect that. Okay, we've got number 52. We could add up those numbers and get a 7. Relationships, partnerships, unions, and it's obsidian. It's masculine, 4th chakra, and fire. Now we have number 42. That would add up to a 6, which the 6th house is about health, wellness, daily routines, and boundaries. So we have cherry. Now feminine, north, Venus, and water. Okay, let's go to 52. Obsidian. I am obsidian. I am teacher stone. I'm here to teach you how to make positive changes in your life. Create good relationships with others, which will expand your inner growth and self-fulfillment. It is a time to use your full potential. Go within, meditate, develop your psychic gifts. I do believe that they are Psychic, okay? Use me as a divining mirror to uncover self-deception and hollow excuses. My power keeps out the unwanted. Oh my gosh. How well does that explain them? Okay. And protects from misuse, outside interference, and energy draining situations. I am prosperity. Wow. Oh my gosh. I am pretty amazed with that one. All right, now 42. Oh, way too far. And it's cherry. And it says, I am the sweet cherry. My bark is the medicine that soothes the throat, calms the nerves, and relieves the stress. My leaves slowly fell into your life today to let you know that love and adoration are blooming, and the graceful fragrance of romance is flowing. My fruit nourishes and delights, which will carry you through any situation. I am the tree that puts you in charge. Wow, are they in charge of the forests? Okay. My healing action cleans, clears, and rejuvenates. I'm the tree of the heart. That is interesting. I'm going to write that down, and maybe we could ask that as well. I just want to make sure I get this right. Okay. The heart. I am the tree of the heart. That would be the 4th chakra that we got. Yes. That was actually obsidian. Yeah, masculine 4th chakra and fire. So interesting how we got that. So, in charge of the forest. In charge of the forest? Okay, but we are going to get ready to read. And I'm going to read, okay? So, if you want to skip, feel free. Feel free. Like I said, the timestamps will be in the comments below and the description below. I just got to tell these stories. I want to share this stuff with you guys. I want to share it with you guys. So let's begin with reading, and I will timestamp this now. And let's do 7:50. We got a minute, and I'm going to light this incense. And this is for the crown chakra. Whoa. Hello. Wiggly. All right. Okay. Almost there. Okay. I'm excited to share this information with you guys. Okay, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Is Bigfoot real? If so, why is Bigfoot so elusive? Are most stories true? They have been reported from different parts of the world for centuries. Some of us have heard the stories of the January 1959 in Ural Mountains in then Soviet Union of a group of young hikers that were discovered dead and scattered around their campsite. It is called the Dyatlov Pass. The tent was cut from the inside where they were. They had barely any clothes on, and all their limbs were torn. Their bodies were brutalized. The land was icy cold, and there was a few feet of snow on the ground. Watch the documentary Hunting the Killer Russian Yeti. It is very interesting. Now, from BigfootSightings.org, the Georgia Bigfoot sightings back in 1990s, a man living in a mobile home in Georgia was disturbed by something or someone walking around his home and pounding on the walls. Worse, the thing killed some of his dogs and stole lots of dog food. His frequent calls to the sheriff's department were considered a nuisance. The result of his disturbance is the Elkins Creek footprint cast by Deputy James Aiken of the local sheriff's department. This footprint cast was studied by Dr. Grover Krantz and Jimmy Chilcutt and declared to be real. This is a sighting story worth reading. On this site, it includes the footprint cast photographs. All these links will be in the description below. On this site are reported and dated accounts by people's stories of Bigfoot. In Georgia, they have museums all about Bigfoot. From GeorgiaBigfootConference.org, they have scheduling conferences held that surrounds everything Bigfoot. Now, from Singular14.com, a Georgia woman reports a violent encounter with Bigfoot on Blood Mountain. Posted December 10th of 2020, the Georgia resident Elena Strickland told investigator Aubrey Brown on a June night in 2012 around 11 p.m. I was out camping with some friends in Blood Mountain, which is up in the north part of Georgia, along the Appalachian Trail. I was 20 years old at the time, and I will go on record and say that I was not drinking. We had a bonfire and we were pretty mellow. We weren't whooping and hollering. We were mostly hanging around, telling stories from the week and whatnot. We heard something over on what would have been my right side towards the denser part of the woods. We were only about 5 miles off the main trail, so we weren't terribly far. It had taken only about a day to get there. We heard something pretty big. Most of us were hunters that were there, so we could pretty much distinguish between squirrels, bears, and deer. So we heard something really big and we assumed it was a bear. Like any good red-blooded American, we got our guns and just to make sure, because you don't shoot unless you can see it. We got our lights and we walked out there to see what it was. A lot of the girls were making high-pitched noises because they were frightened, versus me and the guys who went out there and thought it was probably nothing and we'd scare it off. Right in the tree line, our lights kept catching something big and reflective that was probably about 6 feet or so tall. If it was standing just behind the trees, its eyes were about 6 foot above the ground, which is what made us think that it wasn't a bear, because bears aren't typically that tall in the area we were at. We'll get black bears and maybe the occasional small brown bear that wanders that far down, but black bears are more common. They only stand about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. So we shot at it. Me and this guy named Wolf, he and I were the two closest, and we shot. We were the ones closest to it, and either his or my shot landed on it. There was a lot of noise from the gun, so it was hard to tell what the creature sounded like. It wasn't the movie gorilla noise. It's like a real gorilla noise, but much deeper. Which again, there was a lot of gun firing and stuff, so that's the best I could describe it from my memory. We didn't see it anymore, so we went to investigate the area, because if it's down, then obviously we need to do something about a body. Bodies left in the woods aren't good typically, or we need to hide the evidence if it's a bear. We didn't see anything aside from large indentations in the leaves on the ground, as if something large had been standing there and blood puddled in the leaves and along some of the trees moving away from the camp. We saw broken branches as high as up as about 6 feet. That's the story of how I shot my Bigfoot, she says. Strickland told the investigator that out of their party of 6 or 7 people, 4 of them had firearms, and those who were armed each shot 2 to 3 times. All of the guys and myself had a gun. I had a Colt 45 and my friend had a Magnum. So he had the big gun. We're assuming that that's what got whatever we shot. She explained that they were about 30 feet away before opening fire, but it was difficult to see what happened after the shooting started because of the commotion and the muzzle flare. I didn't see it turn around. I just knew that whatever was reflecting the light, the creature's eyes were there, then wasn't. And then we went to investigate. We found physical evidence of it running away. There were other limbs further on of trees that were the same height and lower that were broken. I didn't see any fur. I just saw eyes, then blood. She describes the creature's eyes as being a red-orange color, and the impressions left in the forest floor as definitely wider than your standard 8.5 by 11 inches of a book, and at least twice as long as a bear's foot. Strickland also reported that her friend Wolf had previously encountered Bigfoot in the same area, that he's seen something walking through. Bigfoot sightings are reported with relative frequency on and around Blood Mountain. Back on BigfootSightings.org in Pocatello, Idaho, there was a video back in 2012. A recent high school student hiked in the southern Idaho woods, turned into what looked like a possible Bigfoot encounter when students spotted a large dark figure looking at them from the side of a hill. One of the students aimed his video equipment in the right direction so you could see the dark figure slide behind bushes and then retreat. This story was covered on local Pocatello, Idaho news on May 30th of 2012. This boy says, and it just didn't really look human-like, so I didn't really know what it was. It's not a bear, it's not a moose or anything. It is big and bulky and black. I'm not going to say yes, it was Bigfoot, or no, it wasn't, because I don't know, and nobody knows. So now from Story Maps, rskigs.com, Bigfoot Reports and Sightings in Washington State is a guide to past and recent reports and sightings in Washington State of one of the most popular cryptids. So now Bigfoot or Sasquatch. In October of 1967 in Northern California, a short near-minute long video was shot by 2 men along Bluff Creek. The 2 men from Yakima, Washington, were looking for signs of a creature that had been sighted in the area during August of the same year, as well as reports of the creature in the surrounding areas dating back to 1958. As the two men, Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin, passed a log jam that was left over from a flood 3 years prior, a creature they described as 6'6" was seen standing up on the opposite side of the creek from them. The men, who had brought a film camera with them, then recorded 59.5 seconds of what many believe is the best evidence of the known existence of Bigfoot. The Patterson-Gimlin film. Reports of Bigfoot go further back. In July of 1924, miners on the slopes of Mount St. Helens report having stones thrown by wild ape men at their cabin during the night from the canyon walls up above. One of the ape men was supposedly shot by one of the miners as the beasts converged on the cabin, and the body tumbled in the gorge, never to be found. This incident gave the area the name Ape Canyon, and following the eruption of Mount St. Helens was the origin of the name for Ape Cave's interpretive site. In 1851, the Vermont Watchman and State Journal reported that two men were hunting in Greene County, Arkansas, when they saw something bearing the unmistakable likeness of humanity, chasing a herd of cattle. He was of gigantic stature, the body being covered in hair and the head with long locks that fairly enveloped his neck and shoulders. The creature stopped and stared at them for a few moments and then ran into a patch of woods with great speed, leaping from 12 to 14 feet at a time. The newspaper went on to explain that sightings of the wild man had been reported in St. Francis, Greene, and Poinsett counties since 1834. Bigfoot has also been a part of Native American stories from Alaska to Florida, where it is known as a swamp ape, which describe large ape men who live in the forest and are unable to speak human languages. In some stories, they are seen as having supernatural powers, such as turning invisible, but are always seen as creatures of the forest. So, similar reports of these relic humanoids appear in other regions of the world, such as the Yeti of the Himalayas, whom many Sherpa guides have reported encounters with, large footprints found on the slopes of Mount Everest. The orang pendek of Indonesia, who some researchers of Bigfoot believe may be an exact species of the hobbit, Homo floresiensis, discovered in 2003, a roughly 4-foot hominid, they say. So I don't know if they're meaning humanoid, but they say hominid. So anyway, that lived on the island of Flores, Indonesia, up to roughly 13,000 years ago. Now, from the phantomsandmonsters.com website, an article on a Bigfoot spotted in Provo, Utah mountains. I live in Utah. I used to live in Layton, Utah. I now live in northeastern Utah, and I watch Paranormal Cotton Camera, the television show, all the time, and I watch this. It is so interesting. So, like I said, all these links will be listed in the description below, and you can check out the video footage of these things in the sites, the articles, whatever you want, but I highly recommend it. Anyway, also was shown on the TV series Paranormal Cotton Camera during January morning in 2019. It was also on Fox News, too. Anyway, in the foothills of northeast Provo, Utah, a group of friends saw and recorded a figure on the mountain that looked like something they'd never seen before. The Provo, Utah region is well known for Bigfoot sightings and encounters. A video clip will be on this website, link in the description below. Okay, from SasquatchChronicles.com, posted April 28th, not sure what year. The oldest account of Bigfoot was supposedly recorded in 986 AD by Leif Erikson and his men during their first landing in the New World. The Norsemen wrote about man-like beasts that were horribly ugly, hairy, swarthy, and with great black eyes. Among his accounts, Leif told of seeing huge hairy men who towered over him and his men. The huge hairy men, according to Leif, lived in the woods and had a rank odor and a deafening shriek. Leif and his men described huge man-like beasts that were loud and foul-smelling and clearly distinct from native peoples. Okay, apparently Leif had several sightings of the huge hairy men before departing the island. They called the creature Skellring. People believe that the Skellring is what we know today as Bigfoot. The Norse word Skellring is a term of contempt. It means roughly a barbarian. What is interesting is the word hairy. The Norse were hairy people themselves, big men with matted hair and beards. Back on phantomsandmonsters.com, a Ute native describes a Bigfoot encounter their family had during a camping trip in the Uinta Mountains. I see the Uinta Mountains every day. I know exactly where this story. And we go camping up there and go wander up there all the time. I've grown up in the Uinta Mountains. Anyway, let me tell you the story. It's really interesting. In Utah, most of the time, in the Uinta Mountains, he says, when I was younger, my family went camping a lot. We used to go in the Uinta Mountains in Utah most of the time. There was a lake we were camping next to, so of course my family was fishing. My dad and mom, my uncle, and I were on the shore trying to catch some fish. Across the shore, on the other side of the small lake, my dad had noticed a huge black-haired figure just standing still and looking right at us. It had to have been 8+ feet tall. Maybe even taller since we were far away. My dad tried yelling at it since he had thought it was a prank of some sorts. I don't remember what my dad said, but I remember the sound the creature made back. It wasn't anything we understood, just kind of unintelligible screeching. It did, however, sound like it knew what my dad was saying, like it was saying something to us, only in its language. We were all looking at it. At that point, my grandparents and my brother had joined us. I remember my parents attempted to recreate the screeches it was making, and it would respond. This went on for just a couple of minutes. Then the creature took off, and I mean quick and fast, on hands and feet. Hands and feet. The entire time before it had been on 2 feet, like a human. It turned and started running toward the forest and was out of sight in seconds. It had to have been running like 25 to 30 miles per hour. My brother, grandpa, and dog tried chasing it and went to where we had seen it and in the direction it left. They did find a huge lump of black hair that was stuck in the barbed wire fence, although I'm not certain it was really from the creature. Why we didn't leave still puzzles me. We spent the night in our tents. It was very windy, and I don't think anyone actually slept. I was worried that this creature may come around our campsite. I'm not sure the rest of my family was concerned. I think about it from time to time, but it honestly isn't that rare of an encounter in Utah. I've seen UFOs. My brother was followed by a UFO. I lived near Skinwalker Ranch my whole life. Okay, I've seen things out here. I live about 20 miles from Skinwalker Ranch, and it's not only out here. I've seen things throughout Utah in general. Anyway, so, because our native Ute tradition, I believe many of my people take these encounters in stride. BM, his initials. So, there are also stories of Bigfoot in the Hunt for the Skinwalker Ranch book, which I've read. I've heard many, many stories. My stepdad told me of a story of his supposed encounter up by Elizabeth Peak, Christmas Meadows, and Bear River Service, Uinta Mountains, Utah, which he lived up there, and my 2 older brothers, my mom, and my dad at the time lived up there as well. We ran the Bear River Service Lodge, which would rent out snowmobiles and stuff like that. I was very young, but after that, we would go up there all the time in camps, and he lived up there as well. And so it's just really a small world how that happened. But anyway, so now... Okay, also, there was a story I heard from the Camas, Utah area with these 2 young men from Washington State. So supposedly, this older man described these 2 men from Washington State. They were younger men that came down to, what was it? I think go up there and log or watch over some of his property or something like that above Camas. I'm not sure if the story's true, but anyway, he went and dropped them off with supplies of food, a tent, and things like that, and he was going to go back up there in a couple of days and grab them and things like that. So he hired them. Anyway, he said like the next night they showed up at some restaurant or bar in Camas or something, just freaked out. Oh, they did have a vehicle. Sorry, they did have a vehicle. They were just freaked out, and they had some guy call their boss or whatever, and he came down, and they told him this story that when they were camping, they had a radio, they had like cooking gear, they had their tent, and they were kind of in this gorge where there's rocky canyon wall here, rocky canyon wall here, and they were being goofy because they brought some kind of tape recording from Washington State of a supposed Bigfoot call. Okay, and they started playing that in the night, and they started hearing real screeching and screaming and moaning from both sides of the canyon walls, I guess. And they said that they got freaked out and got in the vehicle and started driving down the canyon, and they actually wrecked, I believe. And then they walked the rest of the way to Camas. But the old man, they didn't want to go back up there. So the old man went up there the next day, and he said that there was a cooler that was crunched in half. There was pans thrown. The tent was shredded and ripped up. So we'll ask if it's true, but I just wanted to tell you that story. So anyway, so are Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti even real? Have they lived for centuries? How are they so elusive? How do they disappear so easily? Let's ask. All right, let's begin. I know that was kind of a lot, but I just had to share those stories with you guys because a lot of my questions stem off these stories and etc. So let's get ready, and I'm gonna light one more incense, and I'm gonna timestamp this, and we're gonna begin. I'm so excited. All right. Come on, burn. There's that one, and we're gonna light a solar plexus incense. Oh, we started. Okay, are you guys ready? I did write down just a couple of questions stemming from our general energy messages. So let's get a tarot deck out, and let's use the Muse Tarot first. Knock it out and shuffle. All right, our first question is, do these Bigfoot Sasquatch have some kind of key to enlightenment? Okay, let's just ask. Whoa, whoa. Do these Bigfoot Sasquatch have some kind of key to enlightenment, please, Divine Source Creator, Ancestors of Love and Light only? Do Bigfoot Sasquatch have a key to enlightenment? Some kind of key to enlightenment, please. Okay, interesting. We have 3 of inspiration, the 3 of wands, and then we have the hanged muse, which is the hanged man. So this is 33 here. So there's some kind of alignment. 3 is communication, transportation, journeys, okay? So the 3 of wands is taking an action to make plans. It's some kind of planning or embarking on a journey and trading, or about to embark on a journey, about to take action with that. And the hanged man is a 12, but you get a 3 out of that. And this is a whole new perspective, looking at things completely different. This reminds me of enlightenment with these pyramids. There's a doorway and an all-seeing eye. So I think they have some kind of ability to embark on a journey of enlightenment. Wow! And the dominoes are falling here. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So there's that. Now, are these Bigfoot Sasquatch somewhat in charge of the forests? Are they somewhat in charge of the forests, dear Divine Source Creator, Ancestors, Protectors of the Light? Are these Bigfoot somewhat in charge of forests? Knight of Voices, so that would be the Knight of Swords. Swords is air, words, communication. It's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. The Knights wear the armor. They're strong. They battle. They're ready to battle. And this is very rash and reckless. So they may feel in charge, but they're strong. And they can be rash and reckless, though. But he's flying above these mountains and these clouds. Really interesting. So I think they feel like they are in charge. Okay, so now back to the original questions I had. Let's start off the easy way. Well, we didn't, but now we're going to. Are they even real? I'm a believer. Again, all this information for entertainment purposes only, but truth is always stranger than fiction. Are they even real? Tower? Wow, that's a major arcana. That's something really big, really powerful, okay? It's a number 16. The tower can be the lightning striking the tower, crumbling of a faulty foundation, complete transformation, upheaval, pulling the rug out from underneath your feet. But this is like powerful, big and powerful. This is big and powerful. Oh, and there's this smaller figure. This is a giant figure here, and there's a smaller humanoid figure. So this is a yes for me. Okay. Wow, that's a powerful card. Ooh, I do not want to burn anything. All right, now, have they lived on Earth for thousands of years? Divine Source Creator. Have they lived on Earth for thousands of years? Wow. I think so. We have a 7 of materials, which is the 7 of pentacles. 7 is relationships, unions, partnerships. 7 of materials, pentacles, is planting seeds. So there's some roots and connection there. So I absolutely believe so. I do. I think they've had roots for a very long time. So do they live in many parts of the world? Do Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, all the same thing pretty well. Do they live in different parts of the world like it is believed? Oh, yes. Justice. Absolutely. That's Libra energy. It's a number 11. 11 can be doorways, portals, balance, okay? Justice is truth. It's the true sword. It's karma. It's justice. It's the scales. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. That is truth right there. Definitely. Okay. So now, are there different types, like different species, like it is thought? The moon. Wow. Another major arcana. It's number 18. It's Pisces energy, water. So it's a full pink moon here. Anyway, the moon can be portals, doorways, unseen, unknown. It could be secrets, lies, a balance between black and white. So this being a major arcana, I think this is absolutely correct. There's black and white, okay? Yetis are white fur, okay? The others are black fur. So, and this is probably unseen and unknown a lot. Wow. So I've got to ask, are there 2 different types of species? I mean, it doesn't have to be, but let's just ask, are there 2 different types of species of Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch? Are there 2? Oh, wow. 2 more major arcanas. So now we have 4 major arcanas. Guess what we got? The Priestess, and she's a number 2. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I believe there are 2 different types of species. Okay, the High Priestess. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, water. But she who knows things, she sees things. She has vision. She gets downloads from the universe. She has abilities, psychic abilities, and she may not share the truth. She may not share the information. Okay, that kind of goes along with that moon card. 2, number 2. And the second house is about earthly things on earth. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a number 10. A fulfillment, a completion, cycles. The Wheel of Fortune can be the wheel turning, a zodiac wheel. Through time, the wheel turning, it could be karma and cycling through karmic lessons. It's like over time or something. Over time. Wow. I think there are 2 different types of species. Yep. Especially with that High Priestess. Oh my gosh. The Wheel of Fortune can be fate and destiny as well. Okay. Now, do they come from or are they descendants of giants? Whoa. Are they descendants of giants? Okay. I did a giants Nephilim reading previously. I will link those. There's a part 1 and 2 in the description below if you're interested. We have a 4 materials, 4 pentacles. So pentacles is earthly things, earthly plane. 4 can be home, family, structure, stability, solid foundation. And this can be, it could be holding on too tightly. Something confined. It could be a user, a hoarder, confining something. I think they may have connections. Maybe. Confined. Something held on tightly. Are they descendants of cavemen? Are they descendants from cavemen? Are Bigfoot, Sasquatch descendants from cavemen? The Emperor on number 4. So now we have 44. So the Emperor is a divine masculine, a male influence. He's like a boss, a leader. He's the king of all kings. He's in control. He holds the chess piece. He holds the information and the key. Okay. It's like they're the king of the cavemen now. I think they have connections to giants and cavemen. What the heck? What? And she's a giant. Oh my gosh. I think the connection is the giants. Look how giant she is. Okay, is this correct? Are they descendants from giants? 7 of voices. 7 can be relationships, partnerships, unions, a connection. Voices, swords is words, air, communication. This can be very strategic, kind of sneaky like. The fox sneaking around under the moonlight, kind of hidden. It could be liar, like a cheat, or a thief trying to steal. Oh, this woman has a fox head. And then there's this bridge leading to another doorway. What? I think there's connections with the giants, but it's like that is weird how she's got this fox head. Let me show you. And she looks smaller than the other figures of the women. Let's see. Strategic. They're strategic and they're sneaky. And I think they are descendants of giants. I do. I think that's what it is. Okay. So did they travel from one specific area a long time ago? Did they travel around the world from one specific area a long time ago? Yes, the sun. It's a number 19, okay? The sun is a yes for me. It's warmth, joy, happiness, abundance, enlightenment. It could be light bulb moment. The 19 can add up to a 10. Fulfillment, completion, cycles. Okay, it reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune too. That 10 that we got. Yeah, I believe this is absolutely correct. Okay. Well, I want to ask where, but I'm going to have to get a different deck. And I've got an idea. Let's use Tarot of the Divine because it has many, many different cultures in it, places. All right, so Tarot of the Divine now. Okay. Oh, this is so trippy. All right. Can you tell us where they came from? One specific area, that one specific area. Can you tell us where that is in this tarot possibly? Divine Source Creator, thank you. The Magician. The Magician. That's a major arcana. It's number 1. That can be magic. Manifesting, creating, and mastering. Waving the magic wand. This is the godmother in Cinderella's story. Wasn't she Denmark? Let me get the guidebook. It's super short. So... okay. The fairy godmother. France. French fairy tale. And it says a magician is a helping hand. She has the ability to change raw materials into something wonderful and dreaming into doing. But she is only the helping hand. It is up to the protagonist to use her support, moving forward to do the right thing. Originality. Originality. Origins. Self-confidence, skill, a breakthrough, and resourcefulness. So, it could be around France. Oh, I did not expect that. That's so interesting. Okay, now, did they live before the continents separated? Did they live before the continents separated? 10 of coins. 10 can be a fulfillment and completion cycles, endings and new beginnings, endings of the old continent to new. Coins, pentacles is earthly. This can be community. It could be finances, materially well off. Let's read a little bit more on this one. It's Pan Hu China, Yoa legend. The 10 of coins represents the hard-earned rewards of a difficult venture. The story of Pan Hu celebrates the lineage that benefits from his hard work. The hardships he once endured allow him to appreciate his good fortune and retire surrounded by his progeny. Inheritance, ancestry, pensions, settling down, and financial stability. So that's a yes. That's a yes right there. Yes, I believe so. Is that how they got to many places when the continents separated? Is that how they got to here, when the continents separated? Is that how they got to many different places when the continents separated? Please, Divine Source Creator. Thank you so much. 7 of Wands. 7 is relationships, unions, partnerships, some connection. Wands is fire, action, passion. This is some kind of defense. Ooh, there's a forest in the background. This is John Henry of Alabama. He's pounding the railway nails or whatever they are, stakes. And this can be very defensive energy. Being on the defense, trying to protect your own. And there's a forest in the background. He looks like a freaking giant here. So, I don't know if that's how they got to many different places on Earth. There may be a connection there, though, with that 7. So, it says John Henry, Alabama. The 7 of Wands represents an indomitable force. Oh my goodness. Against all odds, John Henry stands up for what he believes in and is willing to fight to the bitter end. His courage and resolve is an inspiration, even to those who disagree with him. Endurance, attack, fighting for beliefs, perseverance, and mounting a defense. Well, it's like, yeah, they're known to protect the forest or their space, and they're always in the mountains or the forests. Okay, so, all right, we're going to keep going. With the Russian students, the group of the hikers that were found with barely any clothes, scattered around their camp, limbs torn, broken ribs, etc. Did they all die because of a Bigfoot, a Yeti actually, in Russia? So, would their death be caused, were their deaths caused, by a Yeti? By a Yeti. The Russian hikers, were their deaths caused by a Yeti? 2 of Cups. Ooh, it could have been 2 Yetis. 2 cups can be a relationship, 2 energies, mixing 2 cups. It could be a type of balance, but this is Goliath. He's a freaking giant. And then his counterpart, or I mean his other self or something, and Kiddu and Gilgamesh. Oh, did I say Gilgamesh? Did I? Anyway, he's a giant. Iraq Sumerian mythology. So the Two Cups is an ideal relationship that still faces difficulties. Gilgamesh was a tyrant until Enkidu was created for him to be his equal in every way. Though their initial meeting was rocky, wow, they came to love each other very much as opposites who complete each other. A happy relationship, equality, partnership, attraction, and connection. So, were these Russian young student hikers murdered by 2 Yetis? Whoa. Yes. Now we have the lovers. 2 energies. And on this is a number 6. This is health, wellness, diva teens, boundaries. This is the beauty and the beast in this tarot. Oh my gosh. Here we go. The Beauty and the Beast, China Danish fairy tale. The Lover's card represents romance. Opposites attracting, the duality and balance of carnality, physicality, and fire versus spirituality, emotions, and water. The pair emphasize the importance of communication and herald an important crossroads, love, harmony, trust, a leap of faith choice. I think two Yetis did it. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So now, it was said they were being followed by something. They took random pics. Their journals contained what seemed to be claims of a Bigfoot. Were they being followed by a Bigfoot Yeti while they were hiking? Were they being followed? Queen of Wands. So that's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Fire. Action, passion. She's like a goddess of Hawaii somewhere. Anyway, there's that volcano in the background. Anyway, she's all about intuition. She's all about communication. Oh, communication. She gets self-recognition. She's usually under the spotlight. She takes action. She's very action-taking. Let's see. She reclaims her power. Oh, my stool again is messing up here. I'm almost there to get a new stool, you guys. I promise. I'm almost there. I just gotta find one. So I think a Bigfoot or Yeti there was recognized by the hikers while they were hiking. I do. So please watch that Hunt for the Russian Yeti Killer or whatever it is, that documentary. It's super good. It is so good. I watched it probably a few years ago, actually. It is really good. All right, Queen of Wands. Here we go. Pele, Hawaii. Sorry. Hawaiian deity. The Queen of Wands represents a fiery force. The volcano goddess Pele's rages can be destructive, but her blessings are just as powerful. She's the creativity of dance, the nourishment of rich soil, and the chaotic force of an explosion. Optimism, independence, confidence, passion, and verve. I think they knew that they recognized a Yeti that was following them. I do. Okay. So now, why was this Bigfoot Yeti following them? Why was it following them? Can you tell us why? King of Wands now. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, divine counterpart. Okay, another 2 energies. I think the 2 energies that were responsible for their deaths were following them. I think there was 2 of them. It could have been a male and female. We'll ask King of Wands now, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. He may have an ego. He always wins. He's very action-oriented. He can be a fatherly type of figure. Now, it's the Phoenix, East Asian mythology. The King of Wands is a symbol of strength. The legend of the Phoenix spans many cultures, but in all of them, the Firebird represents nobility, rebirth, strength, and loyalty, honesty, passion, leadership, charm, and flexibility. So, I think very determined, powerful, kind of wanted to be recognized. So, were these young hikers being followed by like a male and female Bigfoot Yeti? Were they being followed by 2, like a male and... Whoa. Male and female. Were they being followed by a male and female? What the heck? Oh, hell yeah. We've got 2 yeses. We have the Ace of Coins and the Judgment card, a male and female. So they were probably a counterpart. Powerful forces. Ace of Coins and Judgment. Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles. That's a new beginning, fresh new start, finances, material things. But this is a yes. And this Judgment call, or Judgment card, is a number 20. So you can reduce the 20 to a 2, which the second house is earthly, okay, the earth plane. And then this is the Monkey King. But anyway, Judgment is the biggest yes card I could get out of the entire tarot. This is a judgment call, made a decision, a big, huge yes, the trumpet's blowing. So we got 2 yeses. That is true. Oh my gosh. So why did Bigfoot turn on them in the night? I think we kind of got our answer. Ooh, the Hangman. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Hangman's a number 12. Reduces to a 3, communication, transportation, journeys. The Hangman is the sleeping beauty in this tarot. She's surrounded by roses, okay? Thorns. This can be sacrifice, limbo. Oh, reminds me of their limbs. Anyway, sorry. It could be hanging at free will, upside down world, not living in reality, a whole new perspective, looking at things differently, but they were sacrificed. They were sacrificed. It says Sleeping Beauty, Italy. The Hangman seizes forward momentum to avoid disaster and instead favors reflection. Sleeping Beauty is a symbol of stasis with the options of sleep or death. She chooses to wait for more favorable conditions. They were in their tents trying to sleep in the night. And my question was, why did they turn on them in the night? Okay. It says suspension, restriction, sacrifice, readjustment, and improvement. Sacrifice. And then my next question, was there more than one Bigfoot? We got a yes. So why did they sacrifice these hikers? Ooh. We got the Devil card. This is Capricorn energy and Earth sign. So this can be toxicity, violence, negativity, negative thoughts, addictions. It could be negative outside influence. It's Boitata, Brazil. The devil gives into the ego, lusting for unnecessary or harmful things, unwilling to leave negative situations. It is a dragon sitting upon a pile of gold. It does not need a person setting a forest on fire for their own gain. Wow. Greed, controversy, violence, strange appearances, and addiction. Probably negative thoughts, scared, fear, toxicities, strings attached, something negative though for sure. Wow. All right, how did these Bigfoot Sasquatch just disappear? How do they just disappear? We're gonna have a part 2, absolutely. Wow. Ace of Swords. This can be a double yes. This is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Aces is a new beginning, new things. Swords is air, words, communication. So the Ace of Swords is the truth sword. Clarity, balance, karma, the scales. I'm wondering if there's some balance. Like, it's like they have to have some kind of balance or something. Let's read a little bit more on it. Gordian knot, Turkey, Greek legend. The Ace of Swords represents a sudden burst of inspiration, a new solution, a new way of thinking to break through a problem. Slicing through the Gordian knot begins a campaign to conquer new lands, new projects, truth, assertiveness, creative thinking, and clarity. So, I'm a believer that they are multidimensional. Okay, we've got more questions coming up. We're definitely going to have part 2. I hope not a part 3. I really hope not. Anyway, I can't promise you that. Okay, why are they always in around forests? Why are they always in and around forests? One card, please. Why are Bigfoot Sasquatch always in or around forests? I may have to get another deck here soon. Why are they always in or around forests? Do I need another deck? Here soon. 6 of coins. 6 is health, wellness, deed, routines, boundaries. Okay, there's mountains in the background, but coins, pentacles is earthly things. 6 of coins is generosity. It's gifts, presents, giving to 2. So I think they have gifts there. Their presence is there. It's like they may have their abilities there or something. Like they're more powerful there. Wow. All right, let me turn the page. Do they travel between realms, multidimensional? Here's my next question. Do Bigfoot, Sasquatch travel between realms? Do they travel between realms? Bigfoot, Sasquatch? Divine Source Creator? Ooh, what is that? Wow. 2 of Swords. 2 is earthly. Swords is air. 2 swords can be blindfolded between decisions, thoughts, words. But this could also be at a crossroads or 2 things. Okay? And there's this sea monster in the waters under the moonlight. Interesting. I think they can go in and out between 2 dimensions, 2 realms. Here in another one. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm going to need another deck. Let's see. What should we do? What should we do? Let's do the Shadowscapes Tarot. I haven't done that for a second. Well, more than a second, but. Okay. Now, Shadowscapes Tarot. Oh boy. So is that correct with Bigfoot, Sasquatch? Can they I heard something. Could be the kitties outside. But anyway, can Bigfoot, Sasquatch travel between 2 realms, this one and another one? Is that correct? King of Wands now. Okay. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. He's very action-oriented, very determined. He can be a fatherly type of figure. He's very fiery and passionate. He may have an ego, and he always wins. Wands is fire, action, passion. The King. Inspiration. There's lions. Ooh, it's like he's like moving the energy around him. Wow, and he's got antlers. It reminds me of abilities, crown chakra. So, ooh, can they manipulate the dimensions? Can Bigfoot, Sasquatch manipulate dimensions or something? Queen of Wands! Holy cow! That's the second time we've gotten King and Queen of Wands. So, I think so. She's playing this harp that's made out of a tree. Wow. Now, this Queen of Wands can be spotlight, self-recognition, very determined. She's about communication, intuition, self-recognized, there for her community. She reclaims her power as well. Wow. And the tree can represent connections. Very interesting. King and Queen of Wands again. Wow. Let's straight up ask, is Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, multidimensional? Is Bigfoot, Sasquatch multidimensional? Yes or no? Divine Source Creator, please. Protectors, ancestors of love and light. Wow. It's between 2 realms. We have the 2 Pentacles. Pentacles is earthly. 2. Oh, this is a 10 of Pentacles. Oh. That's interesting. 10 of Pentacles. She's in a forest. There's a castle. Okay, she's with this creature. 10 can be a fulfillment and completion, ending and new beginning cycles. On Earth, possibly. Also, this can be the community, lineage, financial, material, earthly things, abundance in that. There's like broken glass in the sky. Wow, I kind of think so. I kind of think so. Let me get this guidebook. Okay. Let's see. This is interesting. Okay, here we go. Enjoying affluence and being able to appreciate luxury and the good fortune that has been befallen you. The ultimate in worldly success, the result of long-term efforts. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going though, because I do have more questions. Do they occupy another reality most of the time? Do Bigfoot, Sasquatch occupy a different reality most of the time? Now, a Nine of Wands, ninth house is about spirituality, faith, higher learning, higher education. Wands is fire, action, passion. The Nine of Wands can be taking an action to build up a wall to protect how far you've come. Some kind of warrior spirit. It's building up a wall. So, they've got some kind of wall. Vigilance, keep strength in reserve and always be prepared for any eventuality. Retain a core of power. Even more importantly, know what that inner strength is. Okay. Well, this is not the deck for this reading any longer. We're done with it. So, another one. Let's do Tarot of a Moon Garden. Okay. It is said they have supernatural abilities. Do they? Do Bigfoot, Sasquatch have supernatural abilities? One card, please. Divine Source, Creator, Protectors, Ancestors of the Love and Light only. Do Bigfoot, Sasquatch have supernatural abilities? One card, please. Do they? Weird. Three of Pentacles. Wow. Three is communication, transportation, journeys. Okay, they can transport. Anyway, Three of Pentacles is some kind of cooperation, commitment, teamwork, and contracts. Working together. They may have a few that they can work really well with. Can we get a confirmation, please? Do they have a few supernatural abilities? Queen of Pentacles now. Interesting. She's very secure. She's got security. She's most financial abundant queen, materially really well off. She'll turn down any lowball offers that aren't not suited for her beliefs, etc. Security. Very secure. It's like they're secure in their abilities. Huh. She's got the crown. She's on a throne. And she's holding this pentacle. I think they're secure in their abilities or something. Interesting. Now, can they cloak them? My next question, can they cloak themselves? Look at those wings wrapped around her. Can they cloak themselves? I think it's cloaking a big part of their ability. The Fool. The Fool is a 0 of the major arcana. The Fool can be adventure, a leap of faith, trusting the fall, full faith. It could be spontaneous, jumping into the unknown, just going for it. Just going for it. Well, he's got this mask on. He's got the jester hat on. He's all clothed in the jester costume. Wow. I do. I think so. Yeah. Look at this. Okay. Now, why do they attack people? Why do they attack people? Why do Bigfoot Sasquatch attack people? What the heck? The Lovers? Holy cow. It's a 6. So the 6th house is health, wellness, daily routines, boundaries. It could be like having boundaries. The Lovers is some relationship. It could be having a balance. It could be with your surroundings. They're in this lush green forest, wrapped around this tree. It could be equality, mixing energies well. It's like a ooh. You know, they feel threatened. They feel threatened because there's an angel, but there's also a snake. So this is like Adam and Eve and the snake, the devil. I think that's what it is. I think it's fear of being maybe manipulated, you know. Okay. All right. So the story of the man in Georgia back in the 1990s where he lived in the mobile home, his dogs were attacked, slaughtered, and the dog food was missing. Also, they found the footprint and they got a cast of it, and he had banging on his outside walls. Was that truly Bigfoot? 7 of Swords. Ooh. 7 is relationship, partnerships, unions. Swords is error, words, communication. 7 of Swords is like very strategic and sneaky energy. It could be the fox kind of hiding throughout what people can see. A liar, a cheat, a thief. That doesn't tell me if it's really Bigfoot, though. Was it really Bigfoot? Was it really Bigfoot? Yes or no, please? Oh, I do think so now. We have an 8. 8 is death, rebirth, changes, regeneration. Strength is Leo. Energy is fiery, okay? This is courage, passion, fiery, inspiration. It can be the infinity symbol, the ever flow. It's Beauty and the Beast, Taming the Beast, the Lion and the Lamb. This can be a strong, yes, strength. So I think it was Bigfoot, and he was sneaky and stealing, right? Yep, okay. All right. Now I do believe that story. Okay. Here soon, we're going to end this as a part 1. Now, let's finish this. A few other questions and we'll be done. Do these Bigfoot Sasquatch live in communities of other Bigfoot? Do they live within communities of other Bigfoot? Yeah. What? Wow, this is the community card. This is 10 of Pentacles. This can be community. Solid foundation, solid structure, abundant. It could be family. Oh my gosh, this is community, a group of people. They do live in communities of other Bigfoot. Holy cow. I wasn't so sure about that. Okay. Are they like tribes in a way? Are they like tribes? Oh my gosh, yes. They're like tribes. We have the Magician, a number 1, Major Arcana. This is a yes. This is having all of the minor arcanas, the cups, the wands, the pentacles, and the swords. So this is manifesting magic, creating, mastering. The Magician, this is a yes. So it's more like tribes. Wow, a mixture of tribes. Wow. All right, now with Elena Strickland's story of camping with her friends, having shot a Bigfoot, is that true? Did they really shoot a Bigfoot in the Blood Mountain area? Oh, the Star, that's Aquarius energy. She's naked. So that can be vulnerability. This can be wishes her to the universe. It could be downloads, channeling, connections with the universe, star being guidance. Ooh. I wonder if it was something else that they shot at. I want to know if it was more of an alien. This can be my alien card. Star beings, otherworldly beings. So I want to know if it was really some type of otherworldly being. Was it some otherworldly being that they shot at and just didn't know it? Was it some kind of otherworldly being? Not Bigfoot? Yeah. I think so. We have Ace. That's a yes for me. That's a 1. Ace of Staffs, Ace of Wands. Wands, again, fire, energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, inspiration, fire, passion, action. Ace of Wands can be a male symbol. It could be new passions, new magic, new manifestations. This is a yes for me. I think it was of some kind of alien. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. And I think they just assumed it was Bigfoot. Where did it go? Did it survive? Did it survive? Whatever they shot? 9. I don't think so. 9 of Cups. She's laying on the ground. This 9 of Cups. 9 can be higher learning, higher education, something higher. Cups is feelings and emotions, liquid. They said they shot it and they seen the blood, right? She's laying on the ground in this forest. So this can be wishes heard to the universe. You can rest after all your hard work and recuperate, but I think it did not survive. So where did it go? Where did it go then? Where did it go? Can you tell us in the cards? Ooh, look at that. 4 Pentacles. He's laying on the ground. I think he was taken over by the earth. 4 Pentacles can be a hoarder or user. It could be holding on too tightly, something confined. So this thing was confined. It could have been an overgrowth of vegetation. Look at that. Wow. That is interesting. I was thinking it was a Bigfoot, but that's not what the cards are saying. Okay. Again, all this information is for entertainment purposes only. Truth is always stranger than fiction. Okay, now, the Blood Mountain, Appalachian Mountains, the trail, are there a lot of Bigfoot there? Blood Mountain, Appalachian Mountains, or whatever. Are there a lot of Bigfoot there? Oh. Yeah, I think so, because 10 is a lot. This is a 10 of Swords. 10 can be a fulfillment and completion. Full circle, okay? And 10 is a lot. So this can be 10 swords in the back, betrayal, all that. But this, to me, is there is a lot there. Okay. We're almost done for part 1. Why have there been so many sightings throughout there? I think because there's a lot. I think there's a lot there. I think they live throughout those mountains. Do they live throughout those mountains then? 6 of Swords. 6 is health, wellness, daily routines, boundaries. 6 of Swords, though, can be moving out of troubled waters, moving to more calmer ground and travel. They travel throughout there. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Do they have their own type of language? Do they have their own type of language? Yes! This is a double yes. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the Truth Sword. This is truth, balance, clarity, justice. Yes, they have their own language. That's so amazing, the cards we're getting. Wow. Okay, now, are they telepathic? Are Bigfoot, Sasquatch telepathic? Yes. Look at justice! This is a number 11. Portals, doorways, balance. This is truth. The Truth Sword, scales, balancing. Justice. Yes. Oh my gosh, they have their own language and they're also telepathic. Wow. Do they have families, offspring? I mean, you would think so with the community, tribe. Do they have their own families, offspring? Which I'm a believer. Oh. 6 of Staffs, 6 of Wands. This would be a yes for me. Look at that. The Ace of Cups on the bottom. The 6 of Wands is victory, triumph, victoriousness, spotlight, self-recognition on the stage. Ace of Cups is a yes. It's unconditional love, purity of the heart, heart chakra, heart center, overflow of emotions and feelings. Yes. Yes, they do. Wow. Wow. Let me put this back. Oh my gosh. They do. And it's like they're kind of like victorious about it. Wow. Amazing. Okay, we're almost done. Then why don't people see more? Then why don't people see more than one or smaller ones? Well, there have been families of Yeti Sasquatch seen, though. There are accounts of it. Okay, so they are seen. If they are somewhat multidimensional, why do some even bother to walk among our world? Lightseers Tarot. So, why do they walk among our world if they are multidimensional, can shift? So why do they walk among our world? 8 of Swords. Wow. 8 is death, rebirth, regeneration, endings, and new beginnings. It could be that. Also, the 8 of Swords can be some kind of imprisonment. Okay? It could be locked up, feeling tied up in your head, some jail or some kind of imprisonment. It's like maybe they feel imprisoned and they want to get out of it and have a new beginning. Oh my gosh. I think that is true because we have the sun now. This would be a yes for me. It's a number 19. We could add that up and get a 10. Fulfillment, completion, cycles, endings, and new beginnings. Joy, happiness, enlightenment, light bulb moments, warmth. Wow. That is like complete opposite of each other pretty well. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to end it here as a part 1 of Bigfoot Sasquatch. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, all this information is for entertainment purposes only, but the truth is always stranger than fiction. Let me glow, let you glow. Use your discernment. Let me know your thoughts and beliefs. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys in part 2 of Bigfoot Sasquatch. Thank you so much. If you guys want me to cover any topics, just let me know in the comments below. And unconditional love and light. So be it. Bye.